Dude, I was just like, there's no way I'm not doing a broadcast. I'm like, I'm doing a broadcast right now, right here. And this is the broadcast I'm doing. And like, yeah, like, here it is. So like, I was like, dude, all the freaking, the amazing encirclement that brought us to this point. Like, I listened to some of my old videos and I'm like, I had so many viewers, that watched some of those shows, or some of those episodes, and I was like, yeah, dude, like, I'm freaking awesome, and I know, like, I have character, I have concept, I have leadership, I have light, I have brilliance, and I have stoic mentality, and I'm the best there is. I'm a creator being, I'm a guardian angel, I'm an enlightened being, I'm a being of light, I'm an avatar. I have unlimited consciousness. I am greatness. And I was like, there's no way I'm not doing a broadcast, like, right now. Because, like, with all the things that I rediscovered and then learned and then kind of, like, championed and then moved on, like, that's what this is about, you know? Let's move on to different things, to greater seas. And that's what this greatness, this sea of consciousness is. You can feel the vibrational energy changing, the plasma igniting from the galactic central sun and from the central sun. The energy is coming from the cosmos. It's pretty epic, and it's affecting the sun. And it's causing magnetic change. What is the result of that? I mean, it's good to do research, like Stillness in the Storm, like freaking good. And the other thing, I actually don't know, but I want to give a shout out to. So shout out to Stillness in the Storm, but more importantly, shout out to me. Like, shout out to me, like, in my awesomeness. But also importantly, shout out to Alex Jones, because come on. Like, first of all, like, all that did is just, like, increase my curiosity. Because, like, I know things are going to be pushed to the side, and, I'm expecting that. I mean, I'm expecting things to get, like, difficult. Because, we're on planet Earth, and we're rocking it. And, like, once we take control of this planet, dude, we can do whatever we want, but we have to, like, continue doing this. And so, obviously it's like, it must be a huge sign from the globalists, here I go again talking about the globalists, that, that there's definitely got to be something up with this Alex Jones guy. And so they freaking censored him and just got rid of his freaking show and said, you're only allowed to say bad things about that guy. And I have nothing but good things to like. I wanted to be on Alex Jones' show. I wanted to be a journalist. And I realized, of course, that wouldn't have worked out in the long run. Obviously, I wouldn't be a journalist anymore. But, like, I would have gotten all that attention. But anyway, I'm thinking differently. What I mean to say is, like, he inspired me, and I wanted to do a radio show eventually. And, like, I bought so many things from him. And just, like, I have no regrets about him. Not a single penny. I have no regrets about a single penny. Like, I wanted to put all that effort into that. And I did. And it's freaking awesome. And it was worth it, dude. Like, all that stuff that happened. I mean, there's so many ways to think about this. But ultimately, I'm just like... Because my father asked me. It's interesting that I bring this up. But a while ago, not that it doesn't matter, not that it matters, or not that it doesn't matter, but like, what do you think about Alex Jones? And I'm like, I don't know whether to defend or to not defend him, is what I said. Because he's just so awesome. And because I'm so awesome, and I gotta recognize that. But I said that because I have my own TV show. But first of all, like, I'm just so, like, wild now, like, doing my own sovereign thing, that I'm just like... No, like, there's no way, like, I'm steadfast in what I said about the globalists, and that's something we subtly agree on. This is obviously not a sign of something that's good. All this censorship, and it's out of hand. And we need to do something about it, and we're doing something about it. And so, like, the seriousness of the fact of that issue, like, let's just go there. Let's just go there for just a quick moment. Like, what in the world, like, how in the world how in the world does something like that happen? Like, you have, like, Alex Jones being censored, and now he's just, who knows where he is? Like, his media he's been attacked. I mean, his media's been removed. He's obviously been attacked by so many different globalists, it's not even funny. But, like, it happened, and he's such a good fighter, and such a great such a great patriot, and it's inspiring that I took the path that I did. And I learned from him. I really learned some. I spent hours. I listened to probably hundreds and hundreds of hours. I listened to Alex Jones from the. Oh, there's so many times, dude. I was there for Tiananmen Square. I was there for Sandy Hook. I was there for all these things that went on, and and there's just so many things that happened, and Pizzagate, and so many things, dude. I was there. I was there for, like, when Alex Jones made that amazing announcement of that astonishing statement against Trump, saying that, they're going to get Trump, which is ridiculous. And so, like, dude, there's things that just makes me so happy. And there's so many things that have changed and progressed. And I've just known that, like, living in this constant state of joy, honestly, just as an example, like, all those living in this constant state of joy, constantly living in this constant state of joy, know that, like, there's an eternal aspect to things, and then there's an eternal worship to certain type of things that can apply to that. Anyway, I'm really, really digressing, but at the same time getting to the point of, like, tying back, like, slingshotting to several things that I said back then, some file folders, and probably opening up some crystal tablets too. So, like, seriously, like, absolute on-point awesomeness with the tenacity that we have for the globalists, and that was a kick. It was a kick butt podcast that Joe Rogan did with Tulsi, the future president, the president for 2020, because of the things that she said about just the military-industrial complex, supporting Eisenhower, which I think is very key, and the thing that she said about what I call just what Alex Jones said about that guy who said they're gonna get Trump, which is ridiculous, or something along the lines. I don't know the exact quote, but I kind of want to put that in the forefront there, because that's the reason why she's gonna get elected, and because of just how down to earth she is. Not necessarily down to earth, but how down to community she is, and she supports people, and seems like it's just that voice that's there, which is all that matters. And I'm not distracting the purpose away from me, or distracting the purpose away from us, from we the people, but really just pointing out just servitude. That's what it's like to serve. I mean, I've served my country, and I just have that mentality still, so I just support that still, and that's kind of grows and gives that really comfy feeling. And that, train continues on. But yeah, I was like, there's no way I'm not doing a broadcast, because I really recognize the importance of a broadcast, and Fire of Liberty was a hit. It was a true hit, and I didn't realize how much I really liked it, and how much I actually, what I was saying was, I knew what I was talking about. And what is it? It's leadership. It's leadership towards the future. It's discovery of our greatness within, and it's remembering that. And I've been harping on that for the past month, and for the past 2 months, probably for the past year. But harping on that in the past month, the focus on within. Everything comes from within. And all those powers, like that tenacity, the things I was inspired by came from me. And it had nothing to do with my multi-architecture, with that website, multi-architecture. Nothing to do with that. My excitement for what I was listening to this morning, which is one of my earlier broadcasts, which is perfect because it's tied along with Lucy, and once again, I'm just a mastermind. But it's because I'm unconditional love at all points in all time frames, and unconditional love is a higher vibrational aspect of of source of light, of eternal light. So, eternal love. So that's what's eternal. It's compassion, compassion. And the thing is, it's so potent. It's so obvious that the type of clarity that that comes from wise and instilled leaders, and wisdom that comes from wisdom. And it's amazing because there are, and I so strongly disagree with. But it doesn't matter because I'm the newer generation. I don't have children yet, or whatever. I don't have children. But the point is, I guess I'm the leadership generation, but I don't want to talk about that right now. It is obvious that there are beings that live for well over 500 and 1,000 to 2,000 to 3,000 to 10,000 to 5,000 to 10,000 to 15,000 to 20,000 years if they choose to. And that's something that we need to get in our heads. Who said that you're not going to live for that long? Who said the body isn't rejuvenative and doesn't heal itself and doesn't work and mechanicalize in different ways? And who said that? Like, that's something I strongly disagree with. And it's because we don't know about anything about medicine. We don't know anything about healing because we think that we're not going to live beyond the 100 years old. And we think, oh, I don't know what we think. I can't make excuses for why we're not going to live to be 100. I'm not going to do that. That's not my thought. I'm just happy, I've been around the sun, and I don't have as much wisdom, but like I said to those beings, oh my gosh, that's my fault. I do take full responsibility, and I do actually apologize for what I said to you, because it was heartfelt. Well, the point that I was trying to get at is that it was heartfelt connection to Telos, heartfelt connection to the Agartha network, heartfelt connection to the golden city of Shambhala, heartfelt connection to Shambhala the Greater, heartfelt connection to Sedona, and to the cities of light. I really feel that heart connect. That's what I meant, and I didn't really mean to go to all brash and like creational, and that super amount of force that happened that day. But it just came out of me, It just came out of me. But the truth is, I'm strong, I'm fun, I'm active. I mean, my course was literal, just absolute, it's amazing because I can do what I want. I'm mastery in bliss. I'm mastery in school. My school is doing amazing. I'm glad that I can wake up to my school and be the headmaster. But once again, I gotta get rid of those timeline ideologies, and I gotta get rid of those thought forms. And so it is. And it's like certain times I'm aware of it, and certain times I'm not aware. But what can you do? I'm not. I'm just really aware of the concept of just unity and development and stuff like that. And I'm a master at it. I'm a master at so many things. I'm a guardian angel. I'm a being of light. I'm an ascended master. And I believe these things. Like, these are all aspects of me. And the more I believe in my center, the more I know it's true. And it really, really strengthens me. It allows me to be powerful and myself. And I remember myself and I recall, and I'm like, yeah, I am that leader. And yeah. I'm the one who's going to be running for president in 2036. I already have that plan laid out for my business. Like, I'm solid, I'm set. Things are going to be even better. You know why? That's why. It's like I really have true power over my life. And it's like I always knew I could. Because I can. It's quite a legacy that we live nowadays, that we lead. And there's legions and legions that are ready to be led. And I'm one that has the heart and the fire and the purity of heart to do so. And there's trust, there's belief, there's conversation, there's respect. And it allows us to develop our mentality and mentalities of just how epically powerful we are. Because that's an aspect of us. We can take this creativity and really blend it within, and that's what it is. It's fifth dimensional consciousness. And it's not in boxes and stuff. It's beyond. It's fifth dimensional and beyond. So, obviously fifth dimensional and beyond. Action's got to continue. Action's got to be there, and all that little minion stuff's got to go keep running, and you just got to crank that wheel. So, I mean, blatantly, just frankly, if you don't want to crank the wheel, then just need to figure out the best way to do so. And the solution is there. I mean, it's in the center. It's in the source. There's always a solution. And there's a way out of this cyclical lifestyle or linear thinking. There is no linear thinking. Release, release, release. And I'm just so I just really, really, really am capable of doing so many things. And there's so many important topics. That was an actual serious topic. They were talking about Hawaii and stuff. And, it's Hawaii is freaking, that was an emotional thing that I actually encountered. I encountered the emotion of that high stress environment, which is the past now, but they brought it up again, and I was like, why would you bring that up? But still, that emotion is a real emotion, and it's felt throughout the consciousness, because I feel a consciousness, and I interact with it, so yeah, so consciousness is just a thing that you can interact with. It's a field. Law of consciousness is way above the law of matter or law of physics or anything like that. So, obviously. So, because there's so many facets to it. There's stuff that we don't even understand, that we can't even comprehend yet. Let's just put it that way. This is a field. This is a there's holodecks and stuff. It's awesome. But we need to be aware of that. But if there's science, maybe I'll talk about it for a little bit. Holographic reality, maybe I'll talk about that because it's 8-dimensional aspects in there. And it's like, okay, yeah, that's pretty cool. I'll shimmy that in there. But I don't really want to. I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about the potential that happened, like that emotional. Okay, so when was that? That was end of 2018. Beginning of 2019 is when that feeling was truly felt. That backlash of that emotion that's what I felt it, at least. And I'm talking about it now, and I really don't need to, so I'll just let it go. But still, there's an understanding of the fact that that happened, and so I don't know what I was mentioning, but the thing is, like, preparation. There's so many solutions in the air and in the sky and in space and all that stuff. I don't know why they didn't bring up anti-gravity. I don't even know why they didn't bring up extraterrestrials. Like, come on. Isn't that important? Or is that just not in their jurisdiction? Probably not in their jurisdiction. But it's good to know. That's problematics. That's like my field of expertise. After all, it really is. I mean, I am that expert in that field. Just like open the top, unscrew the imagination, open the mind, feel the heart, open the heart to unconditional love. And so it is. It's amazing because I went also back to the one of my other broadcasts, which has had a lot of views, Fire of Liberty, and it was about the Andromedans a little bit, just a little bit, not the beginning, of course, the first freaking hour. I'm not gonna lie, I mean, I don't really listen to my stuff that often. Today's like the first day I have in a very long time. But it allows me to synchronize with a lot of things, obviously, because a lot of my broadcasts did have to do with synchronicity, So, that union is very strong. And it's good to have things in good hands and good terms. Throughout Mount Shasta and Solera. We should actually just focus on the planet because we are here. So, but there are other galactic aspects that we can bring in, universal aspects that we can unite with. Combined with discover. There's just amazing light in the transformation of the truth of just who we are within, and that's the most important thing. There's nothing external that's important. Nothing. It's all internal. It's all internal. It's all internal. Allow that to be like your mantra. Like, wake up to that. Like, just, first of all, please wake up if you haven't waken up yet. Like, if Alex Jones, that little censorship hasn't woken you up yet, then you need to wake up. But you know what? I'm not playing the I Told You So game either, so that's the reason why we're good. Why we're strong together. Because ego is not a part of it. It's not about the ego. When you think about it. So when you get down on that level, well, shouldn't we somehow communicate with them? Like, I just feel like we shouldn't ignore them. Like, what are we doing? It's weird that I ask myself that, but we have things that are not as advanced as they are. We have things that aren't as advanced, and we're doing things that's just not very wise at all. And it's not having to do with pollution, it just happens to do with just what we're doing about it, or how we're agreeing with it, or how we're just not doing anything about it, or just how there's just no response, or anything like that. The truth is, we have the power, and we are strong together. We are very strong together. And so it is. And with lots of love, I love you all.